Hi, it's Dionyy from Greatest Dandenong Libraries here. We are going to do a bit of a science activity today called static magic. So we're going to do some things that look like magic using the powers of static electricity. So you can have a go at home. So whenever you need to, just pause the video and collect the items that you need to complete the activity. So what we've got here is this tissue paper, some coloured crayons, but you can use pencils or textures. This just to decorate the thing we're going to create out of the tissue paper. You'll need a comb or a ruler or even a balloon. I'm going to do the activity with a comb and then I'm going to explore the balloon, the results with the balloon a little bit later. Also need a bowl. It can be about that size, it can be plastic or china, doesn't matter. Pencil for drawing, sticky tape, and some scissors. Remember to get some help from a grown-up with the scissors. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make ourselves a little snake out of tissue paper, and then we're going to make that snake dance using the powers of static electricity. So the first thing to do, you've got your tissue paper, you've got your bowl, so you're just using your bowl as a little stencil template to make a circle. And then when you've got your circle on your page, I don't know if you can see, that's a little difficult, then you make a spiral in your circle. And then you can see you'll have a snake shape. You put some eyes on your snake. I'll just do them in a darker colour. See if you can see what I've done. Oops, big spiral, and then there's the outline for you. Make it a bit darker so you guys can see. There you go, you see that? So just put, actually it's probably a good time to decorate your snake before you cut it out. It's a little difficult after you've cut it out, so you can colour it in. You can make diamond patterns or stripes. So, I mean, I'll show you, I'll do a bit of both. And you can have a go. You can even make more than one snake. See, there's the stripes, there's the diamonds. So, assume that I've completely decorated my snake. And then we just cut it out. So you cut around the outside, and then you cut around in the tail, make a little tail here, you cut around in the spiral. Now, it's pretty boring to watch somebody cut it out, so I actually did one earlier and I coloured it in so that it was all ready. Now, I don't need the bowl anymore. Just pop the sticky tape there. Finished with those. So you can see, there's my little snake. And he's all coloured in. He's a stripy tiger snake. Now with the sticky tape, where did I put the sticky tape? There we go. You just tape down just his tail. That's it, and you can see he's sitting there, and that's all you need, sticky tape. I forgot to mention a vital thing. So you need a woolen jumper, or maybe you could use your hair, but we're going to rub our comb on the woolen jumper, and we're going to build up some static electricity in this comb and make it do some special effects on the tissue paper there. Now, you can use your hair, but the really best thing is the actual wool jumper. So you've got to make sure that you keep your hand at this end of the comb and the rubbing at that end of the comb. We build up a charge at that end, and if we touch it, we'll actually earth the charge and it will just kind of dissipate over our body and then it won't do anything. Alright, let's have a go, see if I can make this snake dance. You watching? Whoa, look at that. That was pretty impressive. Oh, notice after I've touched the snake, it doesn't want to lift it up a second time. So the charge is neutralised again by then. Let's have another go. So what's going on here? So the snake is being held on the table by the force of gravity, just like we're being held to the floor, the earth, the ground, by gravity. And then we are getting electric charge by separating the positive protons from the negative electrons on the cone. And then it's attracting the paper, and then the charge in the paper is kind of moving around, separating, and then it's getting attracted like this. There, look at that. Come on. So the longer it seems like the longer you rub it, the better. So we get a negative charge at this end, and all the positive goes to this end. And then it attracts the positive on the snake. Ooh. There we go, look at that. It'd be good if I could control it a little bit more, but maybe I need a bit more practice. The thing is, when we do science, we don't just throw a bunch of things together and say, oh, I wonder what will happen if, well, sometimes we do. But professional and academic scientists actually make predictions and have a control, and they like to measure what happens if I do this with that, that with that. So if we think about our little experiment here, we've got three items. We've got the snake, which is the piece of paper, so the thing that we're acting upon. We've got the rod type thing that we're trying to make a charge, and then we've got the substance that we're using to create the charge. So if we're actually going to do a scientific experiment as a scientist, we would keep two exactly the same and change one. So what about if we change this? We'll keep that the same, we'll keep the snake the same, and we will try different things. So what about, I said earlier, the ruler. So let's see the ruler. If I rub the ruler, I might get a tired arm rubbing the ruler. Well, rubbing any of them, actually. Okay, let's see. Does it lift up? Watching? It lifts it up. Oh, it's not as good as the cone, is it? If you were a scientist, you might want to measure that and measure how high it comes off. You probably measure how long you rub for as well. Okay, so try the ruler. What else can we try? What about a wooden spoon? Do you reckon, so we're going to make our prediction, do you reckon the wooden spoon would actually do anything? What are you shouting? Are you shouting yes? Are you shouting no? Yes, wooden spoon. No, wooden spoon. I'm going to have very sore arms at the end of this. Oh, look! Nothing. Wooden spoon. No electricity there. What about a metal spoon? Now they use metal in wires to conduct electricity, so I'm going to predict that the metal will work. What do you think? Do you think the metal will work? It doesn't work. I wonder why it doesn't work. You ever think about it? Think about my hand, think about the metal. Think about the cone. All right, let's do the balloon. Now, I've noticed with the balloon, you can rub it on just about anything. It'll do a bit of a charge, isn't it? Make it like, oh man, it's crackling. My hair's going nuts. All right, I just got rid of all that charge, so let's keep going. If I rub the balloon for 30 seconds, that would actually feel like a really long time. All right, let's have a look. Whew, look at that, it's miles away and it's already trying to lift it up. That is a large charge. So the other question we can ask as scientists is, does the size of the balloon make a difference? Does the colour of the balloon make a difference? These are all things you can try. I might try changing the size of the balloon. Different size? Oh yeah. Good, good, good. I reckon it might pop. Be a nasty surprise, wouldn't it? Oh, it's a bit harder to hold. Like this. Here you go. Oh, look at that. I don't know if it's better though. I'd have to actually measure it to decide. All right. Now for the next part, the next activity in this. Just going to put our snake aside. And I've got some little butterflies here that I've cut out with a little paper cutter. Here's my little paper cutter. Where's my paper? Here it is. So I just got some paper out of the recycling, my recycling, and then I just punched it. You can see it actually makes a pretty nice pattern, so if you wanted, you can make somebody a beautiful letter and have some shapes. So what am I going to do? I'm going to see if I can get these butterflies to fly using the force of static electricity. Oh man, did you see that? Oops. Some of those butterflies went on the floor. Oh well. Here we go. I'm going to use the balloon because it was the most effective one earlier, so I think it'll give us the best result. So let's rub it against my jumper. I don't know if your jumper actually really likes this. Here we go. Got my little butterflies. Fly. Oh, look at that. They're jumping about. Now, if you don't have a little pattern punch at home, I'll show you what you can use. You might have one of these. It's a hole punch, a regular hole punch. And most people, most often, just keep punching away and then they empty it occasionally. So you'll find you might want to get some help from a grown-up to empty that because it would make a huge mess if you just popped it off. Ooh, confetti everywhere. And I'm sure you don't want to spend the rest of the afternoon looking for all the pieces to clean up. So you could do that with confetti. Oh, my butterflies are sticking there. All right, let's see if the confetti, oh yeah. Can you hear that? That's fantastic. That's like rain. I hope you could hear it from where you were. That was really cool. Oh, now they're all sticking to it. All right, now we're going to move into the kitchen. I'm going to take my balloon, I might get the confetti off it, and my jumper, and I'm going to see what static electricity does to a stream of water. You going to come with me? All right, let's go. Okay, so here we are in front of the tap. Got my jumper, my balloon. I'm going to rub it. Now, I'm going to get a nice stream of water. I've just got cold water. You could do some experiments and some predictions to see whether cold water is different to hot water. You could try that. Right, I'm going to run the stream. We want a nice, steady stream. All right. Let's have a look. Oh, can you see what it's doing? Can you see that it's pulling the water closer to the balloon? Just earth it. There we go. This is what it's like when there's no charge. Oh, it's still a bit of a charge there, probably because I tried to dry the balloon. All right. Oh, I'm still trying to pull it a little bit. Okay. See if I can to get this to do what I predicted it would do. Water is very good at responding to charge, which is why you don't want to be in a pool or a lake in a thunderstorm or a lightning storm. So, we've got positive and negative charges. See if I can get it to pull the water. It's not really working that well. I'm going to try the comb. It's a very noisy tap, isn't it? Alright, let's have a look. Oh, I can see that moving now. Oops. Once you wet the comb, it all goes. So you've got to keep it just next to it, but not quite touching it. Here we go. Is it moving? It's coming. I can see it moving. It's very, very slight. I'm going to try again. Okay, nice steady stream of water. Charged. Comb. Here we go. I can see it pulling over. Yeah. Well, there you go. You can have a try at home and see if you can get your stream to move over more than I have there. And you can see if you can get the balloon to work, because I was sure the balloon would work. All right. Let's go back. So here we are back at my desk. But that's the end of the session. Just a few more things before you go though. Did you know that when you wear rubber shoes on a carpet, especially a wool carpet, you'll build up charge inside yourself, and then when you touch a metal object like a car or a door handle or another person, that's the static electricity building up inside you and then jumping across to the other person. That's why you get a zap. And did you know that the static electricity is used in things like laser printing, spray painting, and air filters? And it was Benjamin Franklin that discovered that lightning was actually just a big spark of static electricity. So when during a lightning storm, winds inside a thundercloud make the ice crystals rub together, same as we do here, rub together. Bottom part of the clouds becomes negatively charged and is attracted to the positively charged ground. So, and it does a big jump, just like the little zaps you get when you've charged yourself up by walking on carpet and touching somebody. The lightning is a big jump as the electricity moves from one place to the other. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a great time, and I hope you have lots of fun exploring